Can we have the next letter, please, Miss Chicken? Yeah, and there it comes. And there it is. Oh, very nicely done. Thank you very much. Okay, this is from Leanne Gray. Hello, Leanne, who lives in Greenock in Scotland. And she writes, Dear Mr. Barker, who puts fuel into aeroplanes and how do they do it? That's an excellent question, Leanne. Let's see if Paul can help us with the answer. Paul! No, Paul! What you doing there, you great goose?
Hello, Mr. Barker.
Hello.
I'm just erecting this plane over here.
Okay.
No! Well, that's that one part. You see, an aircraft can't just nip to the local petrol station and fill up. In this case, the fuel comes to the plane. You've heard of mobile phones, mobile homes and mobile discos? Well, this is a mobile petrol pump. Before they fill it up, they have to find out how heavy it's going to be. I'd say this one weighs about 245 tons. But that's when it's empty. And it's not going to take off empty, is it? I mean, there's lots of extra weight, such as passengers. Now, the airline doesn't weigh all these people, but it does have an idea from the passenger list how many children and adults there's going to be. Then there's the luggage, which is weighed here at the check-in desk. This is where people hand over their baggage, ready to be loaded onto the plane, and are given their seat numbers. This is Rodri and David struggling with their luggage, which weighs 18.7 kilograms. I think that's the kitchen sink I can hear in there. Now, you've got to imagine that 2 of these bags is the equivalent of 1 extra Rodri, and it's all taken into account. Everybody has to eat and drink on the flight, so there are 493 packed lunches and dinners. 492. My flight. We're going to need a lot of fuel here. 130,000 litres to be precise. That's enough to fill 6,500 cars. So now Steve can attach the nozzle from the pump to the wing. He then attaches this big hose to underground pipes which carry the fuel through the pump and into the aircraft. And I thought my car guzzled fuel. This will take about an hour to fill up, which is just enough time to put all the luggage on board, load the food, finish cleaning the plane, bring on all the cabin crew, and get all the passengers on board. Oh, hello, David. Thank you very much. Just down there on the right. There you go. Is it full up yet? Cheers, mate. Right, how do I start this thing? Back to you, Mr. Barker.
What are we waiting for? Well, Paul, of course, because he always does this bit of the show. You could do it. And now it's time to fly back into the past. To a time when one person called Eureka.
Oh, sorry I'm late. Chicken button, is it? Right.
You're
now,
too late.
Too late? But I always do this bit.
Oh, yes, Miss Chicken's done the introduction.
What?
Ah, this week's invention is that essential morning snack, the breakfast cereal. Let's hit the chicken button.
Me?
Yes, go on. I've updated the register of guests, John, and I've arranged for Ella to have the new assistant.
Will, please, we have guests. You have work to do.
Yes, John.
Hello. My name is Dr. John Harvey Kellogg. I run the Health Reform Institute here at Battle Creek, Michigan. I lead a healthy lifestyle, and I have done since I was a medical student in New York. I don't drink tea or coffee or alcohol. I don't take spices, and I don't eat meat. I'm as fit and as healthy as I could wish to be. The patients come to my clinic from far and wide. They come to me tired and bloated, and I see to it that they get the kind of healthy food they should be eating all the time. My good wife, Ella, is constantly striving to find new appetizing vegetarian meals.
Ella? John, I've moved the lady with the swollen ankles from the room above to the room at the back. She said you promised to do that a month ago, John.
Will, please, what have I said about interrupting me? Thank you. Now, where was I? Oh, yes. Why, just last month, Ella came up with this wonderful new creation. Believe it or not, this was once this. That's right. These flakes were once kernels of corn. We roll them and cook them and bake them till they're crisp. The patients love them and can't get enough of them. Ella? Of an evening, I like to take a leisurely stroll.
John!
Will,
John.
what have I told you about interrupting me? Now, have you picked up the wheat from the wholesalers yet?
Yes, I have, John, and whilst I was in town, I noticed it on the shelves. They had...
Slow down. Please forgive these interruptions. This is my younger brother, Will Keith Kellogg.
Oh, hello there. John, the toasted flake of corn breakfast food Ella came up with...
The Institute came up with. Ella is part of the Institute.
Yes, I know. Well, it's everywhere. There are dozens of factories making our products, making Ella's invention. John, they're making money out of our idea, out of our work.
Now, Will, we have a commitment. And
I told you we should have patented the idea. I said we should have sold them ourselves. They were so popular here.
I will not have our good name and the name of the Institute to
I
commercialize.
work for you, John, for you and the Institute, for all that you stand for. But you just don't listen. That's your trouble. You don't listen. I may be your younger brother, but I have a good head on my shoulders and a mind of my own. And if you won't help me, then I will sell Kellogg's Cornflakes under my name. That's right, John, under my name. Because it is as much my name as it is yours. And you can like it, or you can lump it.
And that's exactly what he did. My own brother. He sold the first Kellogg's Cornflakes with his signature on the box. And within 2 years, he'd made $1 million. And you know something? We never spoke again.
That's all we got time for today.
Yes, what a packed show it's been, and thank you to all our questionnaires.
Yes, and if we've answered your question on the show, you'll be getting a T-shirt just like this one. And if you'd like a question answering, here's our address.
Dear Mr. Barker.
P.O. Box 1545.
London W12, 6, D for dog, B for biscuit. Bye. See you next time.
Yay!